In a sport built on precision, endurance, and brilliance, there exists a level of dominance so unreal, it sounds like fiction. A moment when one man didn't just rule tennis, he owned it. This is the story of the day Novak Djokovic reached 16,950 ATP ranking points. The highest total ever recorded in men's tennis history, a record so absurd, it may never be broken again. Welcome to the era of impossible dominance. And hey, if you're a true tennis fan who loves moments like this, subscribe now so you never miss another story that defines the sport. The golden age of tennis. The mid-2000s were a war zone for tennis greatness. Roger Federer was elegance personified. Rafael Nadal was the king of clay, roaring through Roland Garros. And then came Novak Djokovic, the man who combined Federer's precision with Nadal's fury. In 2011, Novak had already tasted domination, winning 10 titles and 3 Grand Slams that year. But in 2015 and 2016, he went beyond domination. He went superhuman. Tennis fans didn't realize it then, but they were witnessing statistical perfection. If you're enjoying the story so far, smash that like button and subscribe. We've got more tennis history that'll blow your mind coming right up. The Nole Slam begins. It all started at the Wimbledon 2015 final. Djokovic defeats Federer in 4 sets. Calm, clinical, unstoppable. Then he conquers the US Open 2015, taking down Federer again. He sweeps through the Australian Open 2016, dispatching Andy Murray like clockwork. At this point, he held 3 Grand Slams at once. But there was one mountain left: Roland Garros, the clay fortress ruled by Rafael Nadal. For years, the French Open had been Djokovic's heartbreak. 2012, 2014, 2015, always a step short. But in 2016, everything changed. The day of perfection. On June 5, 2016, Novak Djokovic defeated Andy Murray in the French Open final. With that one victory, he became the first man since Rod Laver in 1969 to hold all 4 Grand Slams at the same time. The world called it the Nole Slam. And when the new ATP rankings dropped the next day, the numbers were jaw-dropping. 16,950 points, the highest ATP total ever recorded. To put that in perspective, the world number 2, Andy Murray, had 8,915 points. Novak had almost double the total of the next best player in the world. That's not dominance, that's monopoly. The numbers behind the madness. Let's break down how impossible that number really is. The ATP system awards 2,000 points for a Grand Slam, 1,000 for a Masters title, and 1,500 for winning the ATP Finals undefeated. The maximum possible total in a single season is around 21,000 points, but no one has ever come close. Djokovic, in that 2015 to 2016 stretch, was practically untouchable. Australian Open 2016. Champion, French Open 2016. Champion, Wimbledon 2015. Champion, US Open 2015. Champion and plus Masters titles in Indian, Wells, Miami, Monte Carlo, Rome, Shanghai, and Paris. He had every major trophy on his shelf at the same time. It wasn't just winning, it was how he won. His flexibility, his return game, his mental steel. Opponents weren't just losing matches, they were losing hope. If you love seeing stats that sound unreal, hit that subscribe button. We drop deep dive stories every week about tennis legends and records that time forgot. Why no one will ever touch this record. Since that day in 2016, the ATP Tour has evolved. Younger, faster, deeper competition. Players now manage schedules carefully. They skip Masters, rest more, and protect their bodies. The calendar's brutal, the rankings reset faster, and the Big Three era is fading. No player today, not even Alcaraz or Sinner, can realistically play enough and win enough to touch that level. Djokovic's 16,950 wasn't just about trophies. It was about sustained perfection across every surface, every tournament, and every opponent. Comparing the greats. For perspective, Federer's best peak was around 12,460 points in 2006. Nadal's best? 13,000 plus in 2010. But 16,950? That's almost mathematical dominance. Even during Nadal's clay reign or Federer's grass magic, no one ever outclassed the entire ATP Tour by this much. It wasn't luck. It was evolution. Djokovic had studied Federer's precision, Nadal's fight, and built his own brand of relentless consistency. A machine disguised as a man. If you've made it this far, you're definitely one of us. A true tennis nerd. Go ahead and subscribe so you never miss another story about tennis history being made. Legacy of the record. The 16,950-point record stands as a symbol, not just of domination, but of total mastery. In an era where three legends ruled the game, Djokovic rose above both. Since then, he's gone on to break even more records: 24 Grand Slam titles, 400-plus weeks at world number 1, and counting. But for many fans, that number, 16,950, remains the pinnacle. The day when Novak Djokovic became the most unbeatable player in tennis history. Records are meant to be broken. But some? They're meant to remind us of what greatness really looks like. Novak Djokovic's 16,950-point era wasn't just about numbers. It was about rewriting what's possible in sport. And until someone comes along to top it, this record will stand as tennis's Mount Everest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite Djokovic moment below. Who knows? Maybe one day, we'll witness another record that feels impossible. Until then, the king still reigns.